news. I am going to be doing the Frozen Wilds New Game Plus on story today. I am joined by Scar, who's going to do my commentary. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I am made by Scar. I was yesterday's European graveyard shift with all allies joined, and yeah, I will be doing commentary for South today with Frozen Wilds.
Alright, time is going to start as soon as I grab this ladder, and then we're off. I'm going to count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So the first little skip, we're going to do a trickle down from smack %, which are these little climbing skips. But next up, we have the famous bomb jump.
You don't look like you know this path,
and I'm going to submit to my innermost instinct, which is to do it backwards because I am insane. Here we go. Earlier I demonstrated how not to do it, it's fine.
Yeah.
And because I thought it would be neat, I have some silence here.
Yeah. So basically, depending on how far you are in the story, if you have met silence or not, you get different dialogue in the Frozen Wilds, like this one. If you hadn't met him before, it would just be quiet and some Aloy monologue, I believe.
Yeah, Aloy monologues, I think.
It's your past that concerns me, Aloy.
Yeah. Right now we are making our way over to Song's Edge, the very first settlement in the Frozen Wilds. And there's the first difference to smack %, right?
Yeah, there is. Which is, as Kaida explained, if you don't go past a certain threshold, you completely softlock the Frozen Wilds main quest and skip the Ruckus cutscene, which we don't want to do today in this run. And I'm just gonna walk over to that little patch of grass, teleport to the campfire, and that makes sure I get the cutscene.
Yeah.
Take this Ruckus.
It started with one of their shamans.
Exactly.
Aurea.
So basically, what is going on here? There was this shaman Aurea spouting on about spirits and demons up on Sun's drum, the mountain we see in the background, and yeah, we get told to find her. We should seek her apprentice, Naltuk, and now we are off to explore the Frozen Wilds.
As I'm sure you've noticed, I did a little bit of a different strat. I did this. I pulled this one up as a little neat thing. But basically what I did is I fast strolled back into the settlement to the campfire. And that completely removes Aloy's line of like going river north, whatever. Because this is a marathon, not a world record attempt. And we can do this. So, Aloy is monologuing again. What Tallneck? What's up with the Tallneck, Scar?
So, later on, we have to prove ourselves to the Rarak, which is basically the army of this Banuk tribe. And for that we need 3 parts to repair it because it's frozen. And the first one we got from the scripper over there. The second one we get in this little cave. And if we are let out.
Yeah.
So this isn't what you want to see. Your mount getting in here, getting frozen. Getting attacked by the Scorcher.
Is that? Yeah, it's still my mount. Oh well. Continuing out the mount.
So yeah, the next part we do is we jump up over here, or we follow the way up here to get to the last part we need, which is the Glinthawk part. Yeah. The one with the green in it has a part, so we always know which one to loot. And now there are still some scavengers who want the parts from the tonic. We quickly have to get rid of them. Tuff does it with his bow. I like to do it with my stone slinger.
Potato aim. Oh, even more potato aim.
And then we can insert those parts into the tall neck to get it working again.
If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Well, that fits. Sure hope it works.
And after we got the tall neck up and running again, we have to still override it.
Okay, if I'm right, I just need to get the power flowing through again. And if I'm wrong, in a place no one's watching.
So, as we see now, Tonic is
Climb the tall neck again.
walking away, and luckily it perfectly lines up with this small ramp that we can jump on top of it and climb over to its head.
To climb up to its head.
I'm already plotting how I'm gonna get my mount back. Alright, Tallneck is like any other. From here on out, it's like any other Tallneck. We override it, we get a bunch of map, and nothing special. But right after the Tallneck, we're gonna meet Naltuk. And Naltuk is gonna tell us where Rhea is. And I think I got it. Yeah, probably. To
yeah,
do
like
that,
to
we have a
reset.
bunch of. We have to fight a bunch of machines.
I like to restart on this connect early as well. So, but yeah, we make our way over, as Saf just said, and there will be the first tower. See?
A little thing on PC: if the restart from save is unavailable, you have to close the menu again and then reopen it.
So to get rid of the tower quickly, we just shoot the cooling element. Then we have to kill some more machines over here. Then we can talk to Naltuk. We basically skipped one dialogue with him by doing this.
Kind of.
So killing the tower before talking to him. And he tells us that Aurea is somewhere called the Shaman's Pass. And how was the mountain called again?
The Ice Rasps.
Ice Rasps, yeah. And as we just saw in Clooney's and Marin's run, Aloy is a little mountain goat.
Yeah. So that's quite funny. We use that a lot in the speedruns. And we use it right here to get up the mountain really quickly, because on the normal route there are a bunch of climbing handholds and we want to avoid those. So what exactly we do is this. We go over here, leave the main path, and from here... Oh, there's a fucking goat! No, that wasn't bad. And we climb it like this.
Yeah, just jumping up, like I said, cementing Aloy as the goat of gaming.
There's another goat, by the way.
Nice. So over here we discover the campfire and fast travel to it, which will save us like 50 meters of rolling, or 50 feet of rolling.
I'm pretty far.
And now we enter the cave of the Shaman's Path, which is like a maze. But since we already know where to go, we just climb up on the side of the wall and follow the path that is the fastest.
Another marker. Good.
Kobito just said Aloy is a mountain goat, but at the same time, Mount ain't goat. Good one. I like that one.
Right, what I did there was a little swag strat where I point the camera in the opposite direction of where I need to go, and it just saves a little bit of worrying about where the camera stares at. So right after that is a little stock cave,
Done with
and you're gonna notice
what's next on this path.
we just ignored the machines, all of it, in all of the machines in it. That's what I want to say. And you're gonna notice that that is a little bit of a pattern.
It needs to fill up with water before
We do that a couple more times. And one is coming up right here. This skip is a little bit weird. Yeah, I fell down. Picked it up. Wasn't concentrating.
Yeah, usually those bridges we saw fill up with water on one side and then flip over to the other for us to get over. The first one was down, but we used some geometry to get back up. And Soft tried to do a skip up there. That is basically a bit out of bounds because it says like you can't enter this location. We jump over and then we jump up some of the rocks. And then we are up here.
Yeah, I was a little more sketchy than it needed to be. You go a little bit close to the invisible wall, and that doesn't let you walk, and it makes it a little more difficult. But you can get it. It's not too hard.
Yeah. So this bridge didn't line up, sadly, but we have a workaround by jumping on the beam to the side, then over to the bridge itself, then onto some rocks in the wall and up. So here's another campfire we discover and teleport to. Will save us some more walking and climbing as well.
Climbing especially.
Okay.
Right, so something else you may be noticing is I'm opening the map and closing it immediately. Why do we do that, Scar?
So this is to actually let the campfire... So usually when you discover a campfire or a settlement, they like fade into the map the first time you open it. So that's why we close it again and then they are there immediately.
And you won't believe how much time it saves. I'll keep saying it, but it's true.
This must be the shrine now, too.
So over here we skipped some more handholds by just climbing through the corners of it, and now we are actually at the end of the Shaman's Path already.
Take those stairs.
Over here there will be the entrance to Araya's retreat, where we see the main puzzle form of the Frozen Wilds.
Yeah, so that door marked the end for my
Strange equipment.
split for Shaman's Path, which is called No Power Saver. And that No Power Saver refers to the old Shaman's Path skip, which you're gonna see Charlie do later today in his TFW unrestricted run.
Floor must be
And yeah, Shaman's Path skip, you go a little bit out of bounds, but in order to do it, your CPU needs to be quite slow, so that is
something.
a neat little thing that we can do in speedruns.
Yeah, and over here you see the puzzle form, as I mentioned. It's basically align those nodes on the floor to bring the light back to its source. And Saf just did it backwards because that way he was closer to the exit. So yeah, after that puzzle, this door here is open and we can climb up even more. Yeah.
This is a little bit of climbing section that we have to do because we're going up vertically in basically a straight line. And yeah, this would be a great time for our sponsors. Just kidding.
Fresh air ahead.
Yeah. But we are nearly at the end. We just rolled through this little vent and out here to discover the next campfire.
Out again.
And roll back in to then be able to fast roll to the campfire actually.
This campfire has been really weird since yesterday. I got it like with half the way.
Climb. Maria must be
But
close.
I only went half the way from outside the vent to get it than I did just now. And that is so weird. Anyways, we're now in this place called Oraya's Retreat, which is Oraya's Retreat. because she didn't go back with Aratak to the Warrak. She stayed up here. But who did she stay up here for?
If you have a moment, I actually could plug a sponsor.
Sponsor time. While Self does the puzzle.
This stream is brought to you by Montana Recreation! And that's all. I'm out.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Thanks, Dorian.
So while Soft is doing this puzzle, I will quickly explain. There is a side quest in the Frozen Wilds where you find animal figurines, I believe, right? And where you bring them back to, a voice always says, brought to you by Montana Recreations, which basically was like a small museum, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was a museum. There's one animal figurine right here, by the way. I can pick it up, I guess.
Yeah.
It's over here.
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit
It's a bear.
successful. Restraints evaded.
Yeah, those animal figurines, you bring them back there, and then you can learn more about those animals, and that is brought to you by Montana Recreations. Meanwhile, through our puzzle solving, there was a hologram playing with the spirit,
You heard it. Shoot.
talking to Rhea that it's trapped.
But you heard and
Trapped by who?
until
I don't know yet, but Aurea convinces us to find out. And what
Yeah.
we need to do for that is be the chieftain of the Warrak.
Yeah.
And we do that by proving ourselves worthy to the Warrak. And that is why we did the Tallneck earlier, not just because it's in our way, but also because it is required for this. And the other thing, we need to do two things. And the other thing that we need, that we're going to do, is the hunting ground. So tell us a little bit about the Stormslinger and what we're gonna do at the hunting ground, Scar.
So, we obviously choose the fastest trial to do because we need to get one. Did we need to get a Blazing Sun?
Yeah, we
believe
need
so,
to get the
right?
best
Yeah,
reward.
so we need to get basically the gold medal for one of the trials. And the fastest trial to do is the Stormslinger trial, or Control trial as it's called in game. And we use our Stormslinger to shoot down some machines, which are placed neatly in this little hunting ground for us.
And
I
you're gonna
believe
notice
it's-
why the Stormslinger
Keeper.
is used in story rounds so often.
Yeah.
And that is because it deletes machines, as we're also gonna see later in the run.
Yeah. I believe you have to get 6 machines,
Yes.
and 1 Ravager over here.
Exactly.
So we got that. Restart from save to get back to the groundskeeper.
Conquered.
I'm done.
And after we've proven ourselves to the Rarak now, we fast travel back to Song's Edge.
A lot of loading screens. In normal runs, loading times like this would be removed by a load remover. But we're doing RTA on the marathon because that's what the marathon should be. And now we're here. I'm gonna talk to Aratak, challenge him. And the last thing we need to do in order to be chieftain of this Warrak is beat Aratak in a trial by time. So basically a speedrun within a speedrun, if you want to take it that way.
Exactly. But first we have to meet up with Aratak and Dorea at the start of the trial. Which is over here. After this restart from save.
Yeah, it's a little neat one.
Aratak and Araya must be close.
Could ride them out a little bit further, but it's fine. We're not here to make world record times. We're there We had to expand around a bit and have a little bit of fun doing it.
Looks like there are a few ways to go up, and those rock paintings mark the path.
Yeah. The fastest way to get up to the first part of this trial isn't to go the casual route, as you would have guessed. We jump up this little side of the mountain and be a mountain goat again.
Exactly.
So jumping over here, we obviously have the path memorized where we need to jump, and yeah, that way we hit a trigger where we can then restart from save and get on top of it, of the mountain, where we then have to kill a horde of machines, right?
Yeah.
And it's Stormbringer time for that.
That long neck. That long neck back there and potato aim doesn't mix well.
But yeah.
I was pretty sure it was that, but it wasn't. Alright, here I'm gonna fail my own skip. Watch me do it. I already did.
So yeah, every time after one of those challenges, basically, we have to
Launch a balloon.
launch a marker, and that will trigger a little cutscene where we see Artak launches his as well. And yeah, the next part is, as we get told here, we need to kill 2 bellowbacks in the back over there, and not anything else. So we just do that.
I am struggling too. There we go.
And then we can continue our quest to finish before our talk. So after this marker, we need to make our way down into the valley. Usually you would take the zip line and then get on your way down. But since we are speedrunners, we just eat ourselves next to the zip line and then onto this part over here, where you can easily die as well. So be careful when doing this
Yeah, my
at
shield
home.
weaver tanked all of it, but it doesn't always do that.
Oh, you didn't reload. So yeah, then we just Stormbringer the Frost Claws and have another cutscene with Artak, and now we are the chieftain. And we are making our way over to Long Notch, where the climb to Thunderstrom starts. And now we are the chieftain, we can tell them what we do. And on our way there, we encounter 3 towers, and those towers are a little bit not friendly to us, because if we want to ride our mount and it gets hit by a pulse, it gets unusable till we deal with the tower. So that's why Saf just shot that cooling element to destroy the tower, and then he called his mount. And now we are on our way to Long Notch. Now the second tower is coming up on the right side.
Missed both my attempts.
Again.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you will see what happens with the mount.
This is clearly on purpose. I swear.
So yeah, it gets shocked by it, and then you have to basically call a new mount or destroy the tower.
Yeah. What you saw there is my backup for specifically that, which is jump off the mount right as it gets done, because Aloy just stands up on top of it. And just kill it and get a new mount, because it's not worth going for in the tower. Right here on this path, we have this little rock, which is really conveniently placed. And we're turning left on it to completely avoid the third tower. I think I'm too far right. I am too far right, aren't I? Oh, I am. It's fine. Just calling a new mount.
So
Calling a new mount, I said.
that got hit as well. It always baffles me how far the range of the tower is.
Anyways, yeah, it's marathon time. Game trolled us earlier already. Now it's really trolling us. It's fine. So, right here, we are at this, I think, almost looks like a dam.
Quiet does it.
But in fact, there's a door here, and they know how to open it.
Are you ready?
And yeah, here it is. And what are we gonna see on the other side, Scott?
We are basically gonna see a machine, or something that looks like a machine, and Araya says that it's very fitting. Yeah, we will see more of it later though, because we are going to explore it. And now we are gonna we're gonna attempt a coyote jump over this gap.
Got it.
Nice. And we are just gonna ignore the machines, and through some more precise movement we can skip climbing a ladder over here. And that way we are free to climb those stairs even more. And now on the other side of that door over there, we're gonna have a small cutscene, and we basically have the choice to go the stealth route or just brute force our way through the middle. And we are gonna do a hybrid of it, because we're just not gonna fight machines but still go through the middle. It's the fastest way to get across, and after passing that behemoth and opening the doors, there will be another machine which we can ignore. Is it a Frost or Fireclaw?
It is a Frost Claw.
Okay, yeah. And after that even, we're gonna see a skip, basically. So Soft will shoot his Stormslinger at the window, triggering all the machines that are at the bottom of this. And by doing that, they will get closer to you, and we are able to shoot through the window while this hologram is playing, basically saving time by killing these machines while watching a not skippable hologram.
Yeah, he's in the corner again, so I have to wait until he comes out. Guess there's no more else alive? No?
So yeah.
Anyways, what are we missing in this hologram exactly?
We're missing Richwood.
Yeah, we're also missing Richwood.
So yeah, we basically learn what this facility was for. It is to stop the Yellowstone caldera volcano from erupting. The people here invented Cyan, the spirit, NII, to prevent it from happening, and we're soon going to find out how long it's not going to erupt for anymore.
I'll second that, Director Zhao.
I think it's right here. Yeah.
What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654.
So a lot of years basically.
A lot of years.
Another thing I want to mention, Scar said something about a coyote jump. Basically what it is Aloy in this game is able to jump off of a surface while she is already not on it anymore. So after she's already walked off it, basically. That is what we did earlier. I think, yeah, I got the term from Control Speedruns. That's what they use over there, so yeah.
And it helps us get some more range on our jumps. But
yeah,
by killing the machines while the hologram was still playing, we can now just roll over to the door that looks like a cauldron door. But something will stop us from opening it. It will try to kill us with a Thunderjaw. And I want you to look closely after killing the Thunderjaw, because Soft is going to reset the save. But we will still see something funny for a very short moment.
Yeah, I waited a little bit.
Yeah, so we just saw the Stormslinger clip into Aloy's head and basically be cannon on there. And after killing Thunderjaw, we are able to open this door and get inside.
Alright, here we go.
Hey, Scar. I see you
Oh,
inside.
no. God damn it. Yesterday I really held back to not say it when entering All Mother Mountain. And now you bring it up. As an
Twice
age.
today, actually. I'm just gonna do the easy thing right away.
Okay, yeah. So here we killed the Watcher over there, so Ray and Aratak aren't fighting it. You just saw soft skill long roll, because it's easier to get through this vent with long roll active. Usually we would have to climb around and get over it somehow, and now deactivate it with overriding this node. But by skilling long roll, we can just roll through there immediately. We're gonna place some proxy bombs here for that shell walker that's coming out of there, and now we're gonna catch a ride to get over that gap and activate the bridge for Aurea and Aratak with this node, where we have to wait on our overriding tool to recharge.
Come on over, it's safe. I think.
So yeah. Now we just wait for them to open the pathway. This is Storm Slinger. Why can't we use
Place
Storm
looks more like the
Slinger?
mountain used to be, where the demon
Opening
wandered.
it. But yeah. Okay, now there is some story bit.
Restraints abated. To any
I'm gonna get the retreat, by the way.
My systems
Yeah.
have been
So there's some retreat over here we will get. While that hologram's playing, basically Cyan telling us that it is getting suppressed by Hephaestus via a malware,
capture imminent.
and it's not acting on its own, but it's getting control.
Spirit speaks to us. It's recording.
So a little bit of side effect of already knowing about Zero Dawn. You're gonna get a different dialogue in here. And yeah, it is actually slower, but we did that in order to have the silence dialogue in the beginning, so
Maybe you're right.
there you go.
Let's keep moving.
That's why that's here. In this next bit, we're gonna... we have a Shale Walker that we're just gonna shoot an arrow next to, and that is how we get his attention, and he's just gonna stay there, right here, and we can jump on it
I'll try to find a way.
and get up here early. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you would have to go around a little bit and yeah, slower. We don't do that. We're fast. The sculpture is not acting as I'd like. Want your attention, all of yours. Thank you.
Yeah, we want the Scorcher's attention, so it opens the door, or the way for us here with these cables. Instead of Aurea and Aratak, that's why we also spam some proximity bombs there and wait for a melee attack of it. Wait for a melee attack of it. That will
Yeah.
open the door for us.
It takes a while, but also the bombs that the sculpture can shoot at you also can open that barrier, I guess.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen that time, and you need to be very lucky to get that. I actually got it 2 days ago in practice. Yeah, 2 days ago probably. It was quite funny. I didn't know about that actually, but now we know.
Now we know. Yeah. So we went through that because Aurea and Aratak were still fighting all the machines. While we were trying to get through there with the Scorchers.
Been looking for
And then we just yeeted ourselves down to the console, and now we are at the next Yeet Fest. So, if you don't know, we have to get over here.
Yeah.
Ooh, first try,
Looks
let's
like
go.
I'll have to go over.
We have to get over here to override this node to activate the bridge for Aurea and Aratak. Usually you would have to explore the whole room. Over to the right, activate several nodes, and climb some vents and all that, just to get here. But by using the tab loft ammo and yeeting ourselves over, we just skip all that.
Game is very generous when it comes to those nodes. HFW is too yeah, towers, that is the best example of that, I guess. But here you're gonna see me switch to the ice rail. Why is that, Scar?
So we will fight a machine later, a Fireclaw. And we will freeze it to hopefully one-shot it if it doesn't unfreeze itself.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. It sometimes doesn't happen. I have a backup.
Yeah. But before we do that, we have another puzzle over here. You see Soft do it backwards because it's just memory.
Yeah,
and
muscle memory, I guess.
And I think solving it this way is actually easier. But everyone feels about this different. But yeah, we now get a cutscene, and we jump over to this side to shoot the cooling element of the tower with our sharpshot bow to get ported into the fight without getting
New
close.
unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
Yeah.
I made it explode. That can happen.
So yeah, usually you want to freeze it and use a triple arrow to kill it. But now we're just gonna use the ice rail to kill it.
Yeah,
Reset from save.
that's the whole backup if anything goes wrong. Just keep shooting the freeze ammo at it, and it will go down very quickly. And that's what you want, and that's fine as a backup.
Yeah. So now we just overrode the core and purged the Festus. Now we escape the crumbling mountain, but sadly Aurea died overriding the core. We now fast travel back to her retreat to speak to Cyan once again. And time is actually coming up fairly soon. We only have 2 more dialogues we have to work through. One is the one with Cyan.
Yeah, Hephaestus decides to electrocute Aurea. Bad Hephaestus.
Hello, because it is your week.
But I guess if he's gonna fight Nemesis for us, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
And time. That is the Frozen Wilds
Just,
New Game Plus on story.
I wondered.
What's
if you
our time,
thought
Dorian?
That if I'd never come along, Aurea might still.
If
Dorian?
you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths.
I'm
Aurea
looking at the stream.
would be alone.
3654.
And the spirit she sacrificed so much
That
for
is,
would be lost.
yeah. My estimate was pretty generous. I accounted for a lot of things to go wrong. Actually,
Let me switch. Let me switch audio here so I can actually hear you in real time. 3654.
thanks, Dorian.
What is your real-time PB?
I don't know off the top of my head. I can check
Right.
YouTube real quick.
Alright, no, I'm gonna check. Just soft
35,
40. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, not a bad one.
I accounted for a lot of things to go wrong in my estimate, so you're ahead now.
So,
Alright.
GG soft.
Yeah, thank you so much for that run.
Thanks for the G's, everyone.
Our first Frozen Wilds one. There will be more today.
We will return to it later, right?
Yeah, I heard Alex gonna do it as well.
And Charlie will showcase the ultra hard unrestricted version of it.
That's
So,
gonna be fun. I haven't seen Shaman's Path skip in a while.
Yeah, so if you have no idea how broken mounts are in this game, stay tuned for that one. And yeah, next up, I get to show another one. Not Horizon though. So that's our first non-Horizon game of the day. I will be showing Gibbon Beyond the Trees. I'm excited for that. And we will see that after a short intermission. So stay tuned for that. And thanks again for that fantastic run, Soft. and Scar for the commentary.
Thank you, Dorian, and good luck on your run.
Good luck with Gibbon.